Standing here from the Magic Junk Jar. So I decided for this month, for the month of December, I'm going to do the tarot readings live, and I'm going to try to timestamp them. This way you don't have to watch the whole thing. If you're not watching it live, you can just go to your sign or your rising sign or your moon sign and look at it that way. But I thought that doing it live may be a little bit easier, and I'm a little bit pressed for time today, and this week is going to be especially busy for me. So I'm going to start off with Aries, and the way I'm going to do it today is I'm going to pick one card for the overall feel of the month, and then we'll see what comes next. And if you guys have any questions, like about a specific card, or you want to know, whatever, type in the question, and if I miss it, I'll try to get back to you after in the comments. All right, so first we're Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. First card overall feel is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is usually a water sign, which would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. This could be somebody that you're involved with. It could be somebody that you work for. It could be somebody that is just very important in your life. Maybe you're spending a lot of time with. So our overall feel of the month is the Queen of Cups, which would be motherly, nurturing. Maybe you're doing a lot of preparation for the upcoming holidays. Maybe you're taking on a lot of that planning and getting stuff together and whatever. It's very stressful this time of the year. Anyway, Aries, overall feel is the Queen of Cups. Let's see. Pull 3 more cards and see what else we get for you, Aries. Okay. So the first card here is the 9 of Pentacles, which is generally a good omen when it comes to money. You could be coming into money. You could get unexpected money. Generally speaking, it's a good omen when it comes to money, the 9 of Pentacles. Maybe you get a bonus at work that you weren't expecting. And then, I'm sorry, this was in reverse, the 8 of Cups in reverse. So the 8 of Cups usually means walking away from something. The 8 of Cups in reverse is sometimes walking away from something but not really knowing why. It's like, I don't really know why, but I'm done with this. I'm moving on. This doesn't work for me. Now, being here that this reading so far has really talked more about money. It could be a job. Maybe you're thinking about changing jobs, or it doesn't really look like it has to do much with a love relationship. And then the next card you had was the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, which is usually feeling like I'm doing all the work here and I'm not being met halfway. So what I'm thinking here for Aries, the overall feel is the mother, the caretaker, the nurturer. You may feel like you're doing everything and not getting much help from the rest of the people in your life. When it comes to money, things are okay, but you still feel like you're walking away from something that's just not meeting you halfway. I'm going to pull 2 more cards, see if we can get anything else for Aries. Two more cards. Okay. The King of Swords in reverse. You might lose your temper. Sometimes the King of Swords can lose his temper, and it could be that you feel like you're just overwhelmed, which is, I think, the way most of us feel around this time of the year. And the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, you're not so much worried about money anymore. So generally this reading really does feel more like it's a money reading, not so much about love. But it looks like you're walking away from something. You don't feel like you're being met halfway. You think that you're doing all the work and nobody else is putting in their fair share. You might lose your temper, but generally speaking, you could be feeling like you're not so much worried about money. Maybe money has become a little bit more fluid. Maybe you got a bonus, money came in. All right, Aries, and that's for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So we're moving into Taurus at 4:35. Just writing that down here so that I can label it. Okay, so let's see what's happening for our Taurus friends. Taurus will have Uranus back in its sign, I believe on my birthday in March. Uranus goes direct. So it retrograded back into Aries. And then it's going to leave Aries and go back into Taurus. Now, Taurus and Aquarius, they just don't blend that great because Taurus is a very stable sign and Uranus is quite erratic. All right, let's see. The overall feel for the month for Taurus. The Tower. An impending disaster. Something is getting destroyed for Taurus. But sometimes that needs to happen so that you can rebuild, refocus, and move on to something better. But the Tower, generally speaking, is somewhat of a disaster. I mean, look at it. There's, you know, flames, and the top there is blown off. All right, let's see if we can figure out for Taurus what it is. 3 cards. First, you have the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse can speak of not thinking before you make a decision, acting with spontaneity, but acting hastily. So it's not like, hey, let's call in sick and go to the beach. It's more like, I just quit my job and I didn't even give notice. I just walked out. You know, like there's 2 different kinds of spontaneities. There's spontaneity, hey, let's go get a tattoo. And then there's, hey, let's run away. You know, like there's a big difference. This is kind of not thinking before you act, acting on impulse, not thinking things through. I don't know what's going on here for you, Taurus, but you're walking away from something. Now, when the 8 of Cups is upright like this, you know why you're walking away. There is a reason, somebody gave you a reason, and you're out of here. And then the last card you have is the Knight of Cups in reverse. So upright, it's like the knight in shining armor. It's like love comes walking in, and it doesn't make a difference if you're a man or a woman. Love shows up with the Knight of Cups. In reverse, it's a delay. Something here is not happening for you the way you want it to. It could be that a relationship is ending, or it could be that you finally had enough. You know, maybe you were waiting for somebody to do something, or you were waiting for somebody to change, and they're just not giving you what you need to pursue this relationship anymore, and then that's all. You've had enough. So I'm going to pull 2 more cards just to see if we can get anything else, because this is a kind of a bum reading. I feel like in December, the last of the year, to end on some kind of a note like this. Let's just see, maybe the new year has something better for you in store. Okay, I definitely think that you have a breakup on the horizon. You have the 10 of Wands here, which is feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, and then you have the Lovers in reverse. So Taurus may be walking away from a relationship that just was not working. It's just not working. And you've had enough. Life is too short, and you're moving on. So let's see what January brings, because maybe you end the year in this crappy spot, but you move on to something better in January. So always keep in mind, you know, everything is cyclical and everything is changing, and this will not last forever. All right, Taurus, I am moving on to Gemini, and Gemini starts at 8:34. Okay, let's see what's happening here for our Gemini friends. I'm Gemini rising. So, Gemini and Sagittarius this year have a thing with Jupiter. Jupiter's in Sagittarius. It will be reflected in Gemini. Sagittarians and... Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to just get through... let me get through Gemini, and then I'll answer your question. Okay, overall feel for Gemini, the Knight of Cups in reverse. God. Knight of Cups, love is delayed. Love is not doing what it should be doing for you. But you know what, Gemini? You got the Jupiter is opposing you. It could be, this situation could rectify itself. Okay, 3 cards. Oh, Gemini. The first card here you have the Moon. Now, this could be a Pisces. It could also be a secret that's being hidden from you when the moon shows up. Jeez, the dog goes in. Oh, for God's sake. The dog went in his cage, sent the camera flying. Okay, so the moon, there's a secret that somebody's hiding from you, or it's a Pisces. Now, the next card you have here is Judgment. When Judgment shows up, it's karma is being served, or you're getting another chance. So if you want another chance with this person, sorry about my hand there, I gotta readjust. Well, I lost contact with my Aquarian. Okay, all right, let me finish Gemini and then I'll answer that question. The moon in is a secret, Judgment is karma, and then the final card is transformation. So what's going on here for Gemini is there may be a delay in love, there could be some kind of a hang up when it comes to love, but basically if there is a secret that is being kept from you, karma is on your side and you will find out about it. The Death card is generally a transformation, so if this had to do with the person that you're involved with, this could either make or break your relationship. Let's pull two more cards. I like when karma shows up. I really do. Okay, now you have the Nine of Swords. Something's keeping you up all night. You're anxious about this. It could be weighing heavy on your mind. You can't stop thinking about it. Generally speaking, Gemini can be a little anxiety prone to begin with. They have Mercury as their ruling planet. Mercury right now is retrograde. It can be a little bit anxious. Like, that's normal for Gemini. But this may be even more so. The last card here, you have the Ace of Wands. Something can change with this situation rapidly. So don't think that, you know, whatever this secret is, even if it's something that's heartbreaking, you guys can get past it, or you personally can get past it, depending on the situation. You know, every situation is so different. Okay, so I'm going to answer that question now. It's 12:06. Okay, now, I had a question similar to this the other day. And I mean, I can ask the tarot cards, but forget about the tarot cards. If there is somebody that you want to be in contact with and you're not in contact now, it is so simple. This is what you need to do. Focus on the person. Focus on what you like about the person. Focus on what you like about the connection you have with this person. And then do what you can to forget about them. So say, for example, you wake up in the morning, 5 minutes when you get up, think about them, think about what you liked. You can feel your cell phone in your hand ringing. You can feel it vibrate. In your mind's eye, you can see their name come up. And then go get busy doing something else. Anything. Take up a hobby that you've never done before, something that requires concentration. Crocheting, knitting, something that you just can't do without thinking, something you really need to focus on. And when you forget about this person, that's when they will show up. Now, just for the hell of it, I'm going to ask the cards. See if this person's going to show up. So this method is the percentage method. See, I don't like doing this because in something like that, we're all connected in the universal, the consciousness. So your thoughts go out into the universe and the other person picks it up. So regardless of what these cards say, this person can contact you. All right. And it's not like it was years ago where you have to wait 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. There's no mail because it's a holiday. Nights and weekends free. This person can contact you right now. There is, and that's not hokey pokey. That's the truth. I'm in New York. I don't know where you are, but we're talking right now. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I just dropped a card. Oh my goodness, and look at what card it was that fell out. The Six of Cups, nostalgia for the past. What does that mean? This person's probably thinking about you too. You got about a 70% chance that this person will contact you. So this method that I used, it's based on the aces. One ace shows up, it's about 33%. You got two aces here that showed up. And then the third card, which happened to be really the second card, it was in the middle, is the World, which means that basically the world is at your feet and you can have whatever you want. Focus on what you want, let it go, and then you'll see it show up. I hope that that helps. Okay, it's 15 minutes and I'm moving on to Cancer. My phone, I think it's gonna die and I might have to plug it in. Oh, anytime, sure. Oh, and for all you guys too, if you're interested, I'm still running that sale on Instant Go. 7 questions for $34.99. If you're not an Apple user, you can email me and we can do it through email. All right, let me do Cancer and then I'll get back to you. Hang on. All right, Cancer. Overall feel for the month. The 9 of Cups in reverse. The 9 of Cups is the wish card. In reverse, it's kind of like not getting your wish right away, sort of a delay. It could be feeling a little bit unlucky, but it doesn't mean you're not going to get your wish. It means that it could be a little bit delayed. Okay, the next card you have here is the 10 of Swords. You feel like somebody stabbed you in the back. The 2 of Pentacles in reverse, you feel like your life is out of balance and that one area of your life is taking more than the rest. Like you could be swamped at work and you have no social life right now, or vice versa. You have a lot of things going on socially, but you can't find work. The 2 of Pentacles in reverse is generally feeling like you're a little bit out of balance. The last card I got here is the Page of Cups, which could be a Pisces, because see there's a little fish in his cup. Or it could just be a young messenger, it could be a young friend, it could be a water sign, or you could be hearing something from somebody about something. I know, very broad. Watch what you hear from other people. I say it all the time. I worked in the neighborhood grocery store. The rumors I used to hear about myself that were so far from the truth were disgusting. So if you hear like a rumor, I wouldn't believe it because you don't know it's true, and don't get upset over something that somebody said that heard from the next door neighbor's cousin's dog, because it just might not be true. And especially if you've seen it on social media, you know how I feel about that crap. All right, 2 more cards for Cancer. All right, the Ace of Wands, something can change fast, or it could be news out of the blue. And then you have the Magician. The Magician shows up, you can transform the situation. So this could be something you've been struggling with for some time, but it's not the end of the road. It might be a bump in the road, it could be a delay in the road, it could be a pitfall, but it's not the end of the story. So don't get upset by what you see, what you hear, or what people say, because chances are it's not true. All right, I'm going to answer that marriage question, even though I don't like to predict marriage, because once again, how do you define marriage? If you live with somebody for 20 years but you're not legally married, do you consider that to be a marriage? Or somebody that is married but they're just cohabitating and both people are having affairs with other people? You know, it's like marriage these days. Actually, I probably believe that that marriage ever, you know, it's hard. It's hard. Even way back in the day, I don't know that marriage was ever what it was supposed to be. But let's ask, will this person marry the Aquarius? Well, you got 2 aces, which would be like 67 to 70%, and the last card is the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Wands, sorry. So when the 8 of Wands in reverse, it could be something slow to happen. It may not happen right now, but you have a 70% chance. But once again, with the law of attraction, you can use the law of attraction to make that happen. I always warn people, though, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it, you know? All right, so here we are at 1940, and I'm moving into Leo. Leo, okay. What's going on for our Leo friends? So I'm a Leo moon. Anybody else is a Leo moon? All right. Here we go, Leo. What's happening for you this month? First card, the King of Swords. The swords, well, it could be you, Leo, fire sign. Air sign, sorry. Sometimes I have like a brain thing. It could also be a boss. The King of Swords tends to be a very authoritative figure. It doesn't have to be a male. It could be a female boss. It could be a female that's just very stern, has a very strong personality. All right, Leo. Seems like you are holding yourself back. Self-bound restrictions. Temperance in reverse, you've run out of patience or you feel like you're out of balance. And the King of Wands. I feel like a lot of people these days are feeling like they're a little bit out of balance. I don't know what that's all about. This feels like it's job related for Leo. Maybe somebody's coming down on you a little bit too hard and you feel like you just can't get a break. All right, let's pull 2 more cards. I have videos on my channel for the law of attraction. I do. I think I have a separate playlist. Okay, next you have the 6 of Swords. Now the 6 of Swords could be changing locations, like you could be moving across water, or this just could be leaving something. I'm wondering if you may be leaving your job, possibly because you feel like the boss is coming down on you. Maybe they don't appreciate your hard work and you just feel like there are better opportunities out there. You also have the 2 of Swords, which is a decision to make. I don't know, Leo. I think that you could be switching jobs. You're definitely thinking about it. So if you're thinking about switching jobs, I think that you are. I think you're going to. I think you've had it with that boss. All right, let's see. 2219, and we're moving into Virgo. All right, see what's going on for Virgo. Another one with a decision to make, huh? All right, first card. Once again, the 9 of Cups in reverse. Not feeling like your wish has come true, or maybe feeling like unlucky. And you also have a decision to make with the 2 of Swords. The Hermit in reverse. The Hermit upright would be you, Virgo, but in reverse, it's like isolating yourself. Now, I understand that because I tend to pick up energy from other people. So if I'm around a lot of crowds, sometimes I just need to kind of isolate myself for a while, just to kind of, you know, those of us that are a little bit empathic, you can pick up other people's feelings, you can pick up other people's emotions, and sometimes you just need to like take a break from it. So you might feel like you have a decision to make and you're spending a lot of time to yourself, Virgo. The next card you have the 6 of Cups in reverse, which means you're not looking back on the past fondly. Whatever this decision is, it's like, it wasn't as great as it could have been. I think it's time for me to make a decision to move on. The Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side. And then the last card you got here is Judgment, which is karma. So if you feel like maybe you were not given what you were owed, or you feel like karma has not done you justice, your time is coming. I think that you're going to need to make a decision. You're not looking back on the past fondly, and you do think it's time to move on. Now, for some people, it could be a relationship. For some people, it could be a home. For some people, it could be a job. It's going to, you know, I'm not crazy for these monthly reads. I do them because they're fun, but they're so impersonal. You know, how could every Virgo feel that way? You know, it's like a horoscope. It's very general. I mean, there are people that have 6 planets in Virgo, and then there are other people that are Virgos, they only have 1 planet in Virgo. It's going to be a very different type of person. All right. Libra. 24, 54. Libra. All right. Overall feel for the month for Libra. The Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is feeling stuck. But even though you might feel stuck, you're not that worried about it. You're like, okay, here's where I am now, and I'm just going to ride this out for a minute. Okay. Three of Cups. There's a celebration, a party. I mean, this time of the year, of course, you're going to be invited to a party at some point. This is generally a good thing. It's a happy festive occasion. The King of Wands, it could be somebody that throws the party. You may be feeling like you're in a situation that you're just going to ride out until the end of the year, feeling a little bit stuck. But the world is at your feet. You're going to have a lot of choices. Something can change quickly with the Ace of Swords. And the last card is the Eight of Wands. When the Eight of Wands shows up, something does change fast. So it's funny, and this kind of goes back to the whole thing about how life is so contradictory, and there's two sides to every coin that's the same and different. So you may be feeling like, well, I'm just going to hang out here and everything is okay. I'm going to ride this out until the end of the year. And something may change so quickly that you find that you're not stuck in the same position. So it's kind of funny how things like that happen. And that's almost like the law of detachment when it comes to the law of attraction. The minute you forget about it, the minute you let go of it, that's when you get what you want. So that's kind of funny that came up for Libra this time. All right, 27 minutes, and we're moving into Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Month of December for Scorpio. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse is usually feeling like a little financially unstable, maybe not feeling like you're going to have enough money, or it could be that you're being cheap. All right. Wow, you got the Magician here, which means you can make magic happen. And the High Priestess, which means you better be listening to your intuition. Scorpio tends to have a very, very strong sense of intuition. And you need to listen to it, because if you don't listen to your intuition, that's when electronics and things like that start breaking. Because the psychic energy is like, goes out. It's like, listen to your intuition, trust me. My washing machine is broken. And it's been quite a Megillah trying to get another one. Don't order a washing machine under Mercury retrograde if you know it's good for you. You're going to get aggravated. All right. 3 more cards, Scorpio. The High Priestess. Not the High Priestess, the Emperor. So this could be a mother figure. It could be your mother. It could be you as the mother. It could also be an engagement, conception of a child, birth of a child. It could be a new baby is around. And then there is the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which means that you might be you may have been a little bit worried about money, but now you're starting to feel a little bit more stable. And the Death card, there is a transformation here coming. So for Scorpio, you might be either acting a little bit cheap or feeling a little bit frugal. Maybe you don't have a lot of money right now, or you're feeling like you don't have enough. The Magician, things can transform. You need to listen to your intuition. It's imperative. The Empress, either you're having a child, somebody near you is having a child. It could be your mother. It could be you as the mother. And even if you're a father, sometimes, you know, like my mother was more of the disciplinarian in my house. I'm not even going to say more. My mother was the disciplinarian in my house. My father was much easier. So that could be that, you know, it could even be like the father in the house if you're the good cop. And then the Five of Pentacles in reverse, you're not feeling like money is as tight. You feel like you're a little bit less worried. And there is a transformation on the horizon. So things are not going to stay the same. All right, 29 minutes and 46 seconds, and we're moving into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the crown favorite for this year with Jupiter transiting, which means, card just fell out, I gotta pull that up. Jupiter transiting your sign brings gifts, brings luck, brings life-changing events. So those of us that are Sagittarians, Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon, if you're having a Jupiter return in your natal, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, you will have a phenomenal year. There goes the camera again. Good God. Sorry. All right, now let me just take a look and see which card that was that fell. Because maybe someone's trying to tell us something. Oh, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, it can kind of cut both ways. It can be good. It could be quick. It could be news that comes in fast. But basically, being that Sagittarius is having the Jupiter aspect this year, I'm thinking that it's going to be something that comes out of the blue that's good, not bad. All right. Strength. This could be a Leo, if there's a Leo in your life, or this could just be that you have the strength. Whatever it is that you're trying to conquer, endure, whatever it is, you've got the strength. The next card here is the Nine of Pentacles, which is money. Money comes in, or you have money. If you need the money for something, the money's there and it's available. The Four of Swords, you should be able to get some rest and relaxation over the next month, which is a good thing. But you won't be free from, you will not be free from some small bickering and arguments, which tends to happen over the holiday times. You have the Fool, which means upright spontaneity. You may call in sick and go see the Christmas tree in New York City, something like that. It's good. And then the last card is the Nine of Swords, which tends to be like anxiety, something's keeping you up all night, you're worried about something. So I'm wondering here, or you have the Strength card, so whatever it is, you're going to conquer it. And you do have some money coming in, or luck with money. You have the Four of Swords, you're getting rest and relaxation. There's a little bit of bickering. You may do something spontaneous this month, but you're a little bit worried. So who knows if maybe you spend too much money, or you feel like you overspent. I mean, who's not guilty of that from one time or another? Especially holiday times. You know, sometimes you spend too much money, you don't even think about it. Bills come in and you're like, holy cow. So I wouldn't worry too much, Sagittarius, because you're the crown favorite this year. So it should be full of blessings for Sagittarians. All right, moving into Capricorn at 33 minutes. First card is the Knight of Swords. So if you are waiting for Prince Charming to show up, whether you're a man or a woman, Princess Charming, they may show up this month. The next card you have here is the Ten of Pentacles, which means money comes in for Capricorn. Now this could be money that is earned, a bonus. It could be somebody gives you money, money that you win. When the Ten of Pentacles shows up, it doesn't have to be money that you worked for. It could just be money that shows up. Who knows, maybe you randomly play the lotto and then you hit something, $500, $100, whatever it is. It's something that comes in. Now, the Knight of Swords in reverse. See, upright, he comes in like he's ready to take on the world. In reverse, he's a little bit stuck. So if you're waiting on something, there could be a delay, but you know something? We got Mercury still retrograde, so there are delays happening. So annoying. But I guess we need a time to go back and reflect. All right. Pull 3 more cards for Capricorn. You have a decision to make. Okay. You have a decision to make here with the Two of Swords. You have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which means you don't feel like you're getting cooperation, or you don't feel like, this generally speaking is a work-related card. It's like you're not being met halfway by your coworkers. You might feel like you're doing all the work, which would be very typical of a Capricorn. They're hard workers. They take things step by step. They work really hard. They don't skip steps, and you may feel like somebody else is just not pulling their weight. So That person could be a Pisces because the moon card here is Pisces, or it could be that there's a secret that's being held from you. So generally speaking, if you're waiting for love, somebody could enter your life this month. You could find that you get some money. I read for Gemini, I'll tell you the time. The time for Gemini is 8 minutes and 34 seconds. So you can go back and watch it. Love shows up, money shows up, something gets delayed that's really irritating. You have a decision to make. You feel like you're not getting enough work, not enough cooperation at work, and somebody is withholding a secret from you. Or it could not, maybe it's not a secret. Maybe it's the Pisces co-workers not pulling their weight. They may be goofing off. I'm a Pisces, and sometimes we slack a little, you know. We get a little dreamy at times. Okay. Thanks. Thank you for watching. So now we are moving into Aquarius at 36 minutes. All right. These are so general, these reads. So you interpret it the way you feel. You can check your sun, moon, or rising. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. All right, here we go. Aquarius. First card. The Two of Wands. So you're feeling prepared. You're feeling like you're ready to move forward. However, you are holding yourself back. The Eight of Swords, you're standing in your own way. You have some financial stability here with the Four of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse, which could be a hold up. It could also be a double-edged sword. It could be feeling like maybe you're not sure which road to take with the double-edged sword. It's like you might feel like you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't, but I really feel like that's you, it's in your head, and that might not be true. There is the Tower here, which means there could be some sort of a crisis, but remember, things need to be broken down to be rebuilt, and sometimes we have to go through this. I hate it. I hate reading things like this. This is one of the worst cards that I hate pulling, this in the Ten of Swords. But sometimes you need to go through it. Now, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and your light here is you have cooperation, you have the Six of Pentacles, and you have the Empress. So the Empress could be getting help from your mom. It could be a new baby, fertility. It can be anything that's motherly. It also could just be the planet of Venus, which brings in love. It also brings in money. So if you do find yourself in a little bit of a disaster at some point this month, that makes me laugh, because when the holidays come, I feel like everyone's in a disaster, right? Like people are killing each other at the mall. You are prepared. You're holding yourself back. You're going to get the cooperation you need. You feel like things aren't moving fast enough, Aquarius. There is a minor disaster or something that needs to be broken down to be rebuilt, and you have the Empress. So it could be help from your mom, help from a motherly figure. Like this could be very broad. Motherly figure, grandmother, aunt, next door neighbor, if you grew up next to her. Somebody who's motherly and nurturing when the Empress shows up. Or if you're looking to have a baby, this could be the month. Okay, Aquarius. I have 3 planets in Aquarius myself, so. And now we're moving on to Pisces, which is at 39 minutes. 39 minutes. Oh, okay. Oh my God, again with this phone. Stupid. This is what happens when I have to, like, everything is like jerry-rigged. And it's not the dog's fault that I used his crate as my camera stand. All right, Pisces, let's see what's happening. I hate reading for myself. I never, ever read for myself. I feel like everything I know goes right out the window. Okay. Oh, my God. This is why I don't usually go live. Things like this happen. Okay. You know what? I think I need to get a bigger, a better tripod, like a tall one. We'll see. Rather than a short one. All right, let's see. Pisces. What's going on for Pisces this month? Judgment, karma. Nobody likes it more than me when karma shows up. Karma is showing up for Pisces. Thank goodness. It's about freaking time. Working hard for something. The Empress. God, the Empress showing up for everyone. Oh, boy. All right, Pisces. So it doesn't look bad. Karma. Yay. It's about time. The Eight of Pentacles is working hard. It's also like you could be an apprentice. You could be starting something new. You could be working as like an understudy for something, but it's generally speaking working hard, which is really good, especially if you're studying the law of attraction and you need to detach, get involved in something else. I crochet, not well at all. I think mine's good, and then I look at something somebody else did, and I'm like, oh, mine's not that good. But I might have some of my hats on in my older videos, but it really takes time and concentration, and it will take your mind off of everything else. You will focus. So crochet, to make a hat doesn't take that long. The Empress, once again, a motherly figure. Venus, having a baby, conception of a baby nearby, you know, a niece, a nephew, something like that, somebody that's important to you. And then the Queen of Cups, which is probably you as the Pisces, and then you have the Six of Wands here, which is a victory. It's not really feeling like you won the war yet, but it's feeling like you definitely won the battle. And then you have the Star. Now, the Star could be in Aquarius, or it could just be that your wish comes true. So generally speaking, for the month of December, I think that Pisces will fare pretty decent. Now, the Tower came up for a couple of people. So this is what I hate about tarot cards. I don't want to put the idea in anyone's head that there is going to be a disaster somewhere. So don't focus on that. Remember, you always want to focus on what you want more of, and you want to ignore what you don't want. So for example, if you wanted to, say you were unemployed and you were looking for work, or like my job, I'm an independent contractor with most of my yoga classes. The gym that I work at, I'm an employee. But if I was focusing on picking up more classes, that's what my mantra would be. I'm so grateful that I have more classes. I'm so grateful I picked up more classes, rather than I don't have enough classes. I don't have enough classes. So always focus on the positive rather than the negative. And I can't say that men don't do this. I just noticed it more with women, that women tend to spend time on the phone, and I've been so guilty of this myself, talking about all the things in our lives that we hate and that piss us off, and talking less about the things that we're happy about. You want to focus on what you want more of, not what you want less of. Now, here is one last final tip for getting through the holiday season, law of attraction style, especially if you do not believe in the law of attraction. Let me write this down. 4345. My father and my sister-in-law both do this. And my sister-in-law is not a metaphysical type of person. My father, a little bit, but they both do this. It works for them like a charm. Me, the idea of going to the mall, first of all, the idea of me going to the mall on any day, it just gives me, I hate it. The idea of me having to go to the mall at Christmas time, I would rather go anywhere. I'd rather go to DMV. I hate the mall. The idea of driving around a parking lot looking for a parking space, I'd rather take a jog there. I just hate it. Both of them, and I've been with them when this happens, they just have the idea in their head that they're going to get a parking space, and no problem, they pull right up and they pull right into the parking space. My brother can vouch for this. I'm telling you, I've seen it. They have kidnapped me here on like December 20th and taken me to the mall kicking and screaming. And I'm like, we're not going to get parking space. I'm going to get aggravated. I can't. It's hot in there. It smells. There's too many people. And sure enough, we pull right up. She gets a parking space like that every time. My dad's got bum knees. He's like, I'm going grocery shopping. I'm going to get a parking space right up front. And he always does. Me, I'm like the idea of it, like immediately there's a resistance. There's a wall there. It's like, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Don't make me go. I'm not going. My sister-in-law can go to the mall on December 24th and get a parking space, get in the mall, get what she needs, and leave without any aggravation because she has that in her head. So focus on that. Don't focus on the tower. The tower doesn't have to be a big crisis. It could be a small annoyance. Focus on what you want. Ignore the things that you don't, and try to stay as positive as you can, and we'll get through the holiday season together. Okay, if you like what we're doing here at the Magic Junk Drawer, don't forget to like, subscribe, share us with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm running the Cyber Monday sale on Instant Go until Sunday. 7 questions for $34.99. If you're not an Apple user, email me, leomoon2588@gmail.com, and you can just pay me through PayPal. And we can do it that way. All right, I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.